izule obvious nami usuqhaqela movious yayona umbrella i-podcast enothando labantu thanda nokwazi ngohambo labantu hamba ngefaith futhi ayihambi ngesite kodwa mekumnyama iyayifaka
On snap, guys. I'm having my coffee right now. It's early in the morning here at the Playhouse company in Durban for the Metro FM Music Awards music conference. As you can see behind me, we're here to chill with the creatives and then hear what they have to say. I'm a panelist and I'm Shanje, so we are going to be taking you through the whole day. You're going to be chilling with us the whole time as the Creators Unplugged podcast on the Creative Spotlight on location, and the location is the Playhouse as I mentioned before. So please do subscribe, like and share if you haven't, and in the meantime just stay with us and come along. Hi guys, it's a girl at Africa and Lana Gitlin social media. Please tell us who you are and what you're doing here.
We are at the Playhouse for Metro Music FM Awards.
Music conference.
Music conference, sorry.
Yeah.
Gipuma with the music imbizo, with him and the social media. With him yethu sidila nayo yonke into epostwayo social media ezobe ama captions yonke into ebhalwayo ithina labo.
Yeah, so what are you expecting to learn today?
Besides ukuthi angazi lutho nge-business side of music, so ngilindele ukuthi ngizofunda ukuthi yini engayenza ngoba angikwazi ukucula of course.
Yeah.
So ngilindele ukwazi ukuthi amapha amanye engakwazi ukungena kuona besides indaba yokucula.
Okay, I can't wait to see you inside. I can't wait because I want to learn izinto eziningi.
Yes.
And then do you think it's a nice thing that the Music and Bizo team is also here for the Metro FM conference?
Yes, because sinabantu abaningi abama artists, sinabantu abaningi abafuna ukwenza i-business side of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're gonna see you inside, girl.
See you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm back with another True Pagum Bizo. Tell us who you are and which group you're under and what you expect here today.
Minigam kanyisonqumalo ngikuyisiyanqoba sagqilaza ye-visual team. Yeah, still nokwenza ama-posters for a show ukuze ngizokwazi ukuthi no-advertise ama-individual posters, ama-artist adescribe ukuthi kwenzakalani laphayana uba igama lo-artist nawo film fest.
Yeah.
Aveza ukuthi ama-films esizobe sinawo achaze nama-synopsis ukuthi ingani le film esizobe sinayo. Yeah,
Music and Bizo.
Yeah, music and Bizo kanye ne-creative process ke yakhona like ama-main characters embizo like ama-artist akhona ukuthi bonke ingani lento le before uzufunde nje ngayo isithombe seyichazela ukuthi nayinto esinayo la.
Yeah. So namhlanje ngoba silana ku the Metro FM music conference, what do you expect to learn and what are you looking forward to?
Bangilindele ukufunda ukuthi ama-creatives kahle kahle operate kanjani kwama-creative spaces akhona nokubona nje i-professionalism no-executor kwabo yabo.
Yeah.
Ukuze nathi njengoba siku-visual team sokwazi ukucosha okuncane sikucoshayo la ukuthi zithini la kwi-metro sikuthathayo sikufane nathi ngala kwimbizo.
Yeah.
Ngoba phela kufanele ustudieshe competition mara.
Yeah. Uzogqilaza uzonqoba.
Uyazi nje.
Divide and conquer.
Adlala.
Okay. So wena phakathi ke mfethu.
Ayikho into engatheni.
All right, guys, please stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do right now. Hi, guys, manje ke angiliphethe kuphela itiye kodwa nginalo ngoba team member yami from the Sharpshooters, baby. Please tell us who you are and uzokwenzani la.
Hi guys, igama lami uSimangethemba wakadlamini. I'm here to attend the Metro FM Awards conference. Yes, just to learn more about music.
Yeah, and then when we Music and Bizo, the thing is here, which team are you under?
Under my Sharpshooters, which is filming and editing.
Yeah. Yep. And then what do you ufunda namhlanje la?
Kuningi ngifisa ukufunda about music because it's my first time dealing ama-workshop of music kanjena. I just wanna know ukuthi bayigenerate kanjani imali ku-music, ama-challenges abahlangabezana nawo, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Nami mfethu siyafana-ke, so I also can't wait to go inside. So if you guys also want to see ukuthi sofunda namhlanje, please do stay tuned and don't you go anywhere.
Thank you.
And you guys know, I'll always make sure to bring you the best. Right now, I'm
a founder and CEO of FISA Arts Festival. FISA standing for Filling Investment Solution Application. So I'm the guy with the biggest purse in the house.
And then njengoba sila namhlanje ufisa ukufundani or ubuzonqilani?
IFISA Art Festival ngo-October we'll be giving away we'll be giving a prize of shooting a movie. So we are out scouting for our music, because you know when you're shooting a movie we need scoring and everything. So I'm just here to look if I can get someone else scoring. So I'm here to search.
Oh, awesome. So umnandi kusima attend my conference because there's also people like you who are also looking to collaborate. So njengoba sesongenake namhlanje ukhona speaker in particular that you're looking forward to hear?
Angiyazi ngisho program ukuthi kanjani.
Just sobona phakathi sonke.
Yebo.
Ayisabonga kakhulu. Ake before singene ngiyiphothele futhi enye inqoko unjani futhi?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Ngiyaphila. Ubuzisihleni nobani lana?
Michael Wakangema from Umlazi. So I'm the CEO and Festival Director for Umlazi International Film Festival.
Wow, nice. And then njengoba sila namhlanje at the Playhouse at the Metro FM Music Conference, uzofisa mhlawumbe uwenze njani?
No, namhlanje silana sizoyishubisa kakhulu and wanazi ukuthi ama metro seThekwini after a while, so manje sizojabula kakhulu ama metro. Umlazi International Film Festival yenza iprogram enkulu kakhulu lapho khona sipartnerisha ama musicians nama filmmaker and wasiza ne market lo nyaka sithi nje italent lethu lase South Africa laseKZN kakhulukazi laseThekwini asilibone lisibalala emhlabeni wonke nakwamanye amazwe. So kulonyaka ngempela nje kuza nje lo mcimbi lana siyajabula kakhulu kuzi conference zonetwork namanye amaciko sikhuluma indaba ukuthi kahle kahle siya kanjani phambili sizicebisa kanjani singamaciko.
And then bakhona mhlawumbe bafuna ukuthola bekuthola mhlawumbe einkundleni sikuthola kanjani?
Mina nje kulula kakhulu uya ku Facebook ubona Umlazi International Film Festival, uya ku Instagram uthi Umlazi_Film Fest, noma nje lokho nje osona khona sesemlazi sesemangosuthu throughout the years ne office lethu lapha komnyandu Light Industries number 2 with Umlazi Township Tourism la usithola khona every day on sayishubisa showcase
sezonishubisa ayisabonga kakhulu ke and I can't wait to see you inside.
Ayajabula ukubona abaphathi. I love this channel kakhulu. Away showcase.
My name is Faith Mangope. And it is my honor and my privilege to facilitate this conversation. It's going to be an entire day where we get to learn about the music business, the business of music. We've brought together stakeholders, we've brought together businesses, we've brought together producers, we've brought together companies so that we can help all of us understand that music is, at the end of the day, a business. So how do you monetize your talent? How do you ensure that you don't just have talent and an empty fridge? Can I be real for a second? Is that okay? Can I be real with you for a second? You cannot have talent and an empty fridge in 2026. It doesn't make sense. In a time of social media, in a time of AI, in a time where the world seems closer because we are all aligned, it does not make sense. Why is it that African talent can have talent that it gives to the world, but African talent remains broke? That should never be accepted. And so the purpose of today's conference is to ensure that we understand that at the end of the day, talent must be monetized. Give yourself a welcome to the first day of the rest of your talent event. And to help us open this session and give an executive address, please welcome the business manager of Metro FM, Ms. Kina Hlengeto. Please give her a round of applause.
Sanbonan. Hello. Now there's a difference. Last two means and now. So send no me to Kuyasho ukuthi mina ngikho emsakazweni. Ngiyamshanelela nje ukuthi asebenze kahle. Good morning everyone. A special greetings to our guests. Babu Sihlalo, siyabingelela. Our host city, we are here because of them. If it wasn't for them, if they didn't open the door for us to be here, we wouldn't be here. Special greetings to our sponsors who are here. Brand SA, Sistogo, Samro, Siyabonga kakhulu, and special greetings to our partner, a very special partner for us at the SABC, Sis Pugh from Brand Sphere, and I'm saying she's a very special partner to us at the SABC, and please make sure that you use her. She's an amazing person. She's got beautiful doors to open. The lady there in the front, she's wearing black. I'm sorry to expose you, but yes. She's an amazing person, one of our key stakeholders at the SABC. My task is very easy, and good morning to all of you. I love the energy that I see this morning, and it makes me feel like, you know what, there's hope for the future, right? And I know with the music industry, I always say to people, entertainment industry as a whole is a very horrible industry. And I'm saying this because you survive. If you survive, if you must survive, I'll survive. But when you are outside and you look at it, it looks very nice and glossy and, you know, but when you are inside, sometimes it feels like Gomorrah and Sodoma. But one thing that I want to tell you, because I'm sure some of you here, they have that desire of being in the media, entertainment space and everything, right? Which is good. It's a beautiful space. Brace yourself. But one of the most important things that you need to understand is have a clear vision of what you want, who you are, what you want to do, who you connect with, who you collaborate with. You know, all those things that sometimes we take them for granted. Those are the things that will help you grow and be grounded in this industry, because it's not an easy industry. I've been in this industry for almost 20 years. I started there like very young, you know, and the people who helped me, some of them, they are in this room, you know, who helped me grow in this industry. So today I'm where I am. It wasn't the easiest thing ever, but as long as you have our roots are right. And I'm saying this because a Fryhead, so don't think I'm a Joburg person. So mkhuluma nabantu, nabo mkhaya bami. Yep. So mkhuluma because I studied here at UKZN. I grew up like here. So when I say it's a beautiful industry, if you understand who you are and what you want, right? It's gonna help you become something else that now ubunga imagine, right? But you need to know who you are, understand exactly what you want to do, and make sure that you have the right connections, the right people next to you. The right people next to you. Because the industry is so nice when you are outside, but inside it's very harsh. But if you are clear in your mind and you have the right beliefs, the values and everything, trust me, you will win. So those are just my short words of welcoming you guys, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the day. Please make sure that you collaborate and use our guests that are here. Get as much information as you can. We have our programs manager here, Mr. Sianda Figelepi from Metro FM. I know that you're gonna grill him to the T, right? You're gonna grill him to the T, and he is ready for that. Trust me. We get the grilling all the time, but we always find a way of making it make sense even to you when you are grilling us. We don't take it personal, but we understand and provide the right answers, provide the right direction, because that's very important. It doesn't mean if you have produced a music, then it's a must that it must be played, right? Sometimes like it will require a long journey, but we are here to guide you, to support you, and to give you like the right, ways of making it work. And then, so thank you so much and all the best. See you in the future. I don't know where, maybe in the big stages where you will be. And also to the media industry that is here, thank you so much for spreading the word and also for making sure that you provide a platform for our artists to be out there. Thank you so much and good morning.
Thank you very much, Ms. Skina. Well, to help us understand exactly, so, and this becomes a very pertinent conversation, it's also around the ecosystem that the business of music plays within the greater scope of government, local government even. How do we ensure that the inputs that are made through the music industry or the entertainment industry also translate into actual economic set points? And to help us welcome and give us further insight as to the role of the municipality, the role of local government in ensuring that the ecosystem of this industry is an ecosystem that is not only lucrative for you, but also is able to plow back into the greater spaces. Please help me welcome Economic Development and Planning Committee Chairperson of eThekwini Municipality, Councillor Tembuntu.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Ms. Faith, Metro FM Business Manager, Ms. Kina, and the entire team from Metro FM, Head of Government and Sales, Matona, Marketing Manager from SABC, Radio, Lithium Charlie, and the entire team from the SAPC. Brian SA, Sistogo, I mean, so busy like what to Usisuto. CEO of the Durban Playhouse, Miss Linda Bukosin, representative from Kumisa, Sandro, and others. Our Durban music legends, DJ Tira, Kalaza Mmo, Ubleko, Agafigi, and Sababizan, one to Finamoni, and Babiz, Mebani, and all other legends in the room. I got to marry Moni. Music industry leaders, all creatives, members of the media, esteemed guests, they are all delegates. Ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonan. Moni Zolo, Yenga Chamber, emakhaya manje fanele ngifunda isiLungu abantu engibabona endlini bonke babuye ngathi abasangizwa ikhona manje ngifuna umsuzwane nami. It is an honor and privilege on behalf of the people of eThekwini to welcome you to Durban for Metro FM Music Conference Masterclass. Ahead of the prestigious Metro FM Music Awards, we are proud to host this important gathering with the brightest mind in music, entertainment, business, and innovation. Today is a platform for learning, collaboration, inspiration, and it's also an opportunity to establish professionals and emerging talent alike to share ideas, shaping our skills, and explore the future of African creative economy. The hosting of the Metro FM Music Awards, it is associated event which is expected to deliver a significant economic benefit from the city, whilst also showcasing Durban The country will be visiting our city, filling our hotels, dining in our experience in our restaurant, shopping in our malls, and experience in the warm hospitality. Angisho nokuthi mangikhula enye yezinto abantu bakithi abedlusa ngayo message noma everyone in the country, regardless what kind of the language you want to use, but it's creative. You must know that the industry that you are in iyona a powerful weapon ukuthatha any message from any side to any side, from generation to generation. To the Metro FM, our partners, our organizers and the sponsors, thank you for choosing Durban, for investing in the growth of our creative industry. Your support will help to unlock the talent, create pathways. And I must say that we are very excited as the people of eThekwini. When we got this opportunity of a Metro FM award as eThekwini, let me once again welcome you to Durban. I wish you a productive, empowering, and a memorable conference. May it inspire innovation, strengthen partnership, and also celebrate the incredible talent in South Africa that we offer. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, nisale kahle, senizihamba kahle.
Thank you very much, Councillor, for that welcome. And we're going to have conversations like this that look at how is it that we can ensure that we're intentional about creativity and intentional about the commercialization of creativity. But to take a look at the brand of South Africa, because as we're sitting here, we're proudly South African, aren't we?
Yes.
Our brand is Brand South Africa, don't we?
Yes.
I often say that, you know, if you had to cut me, I'd probably bleed the South African flag colors. Because I'm just that proudly South African. But let's speak a little bit about this wonderful brand and how do we ensure that this brand is able to fly high, not only within the context of the continent, but really rather the international markets. Please help me welcome from Brand South Africa, Ms. Tobo Mudise, General Manager of Communications.
Question: how many of you have once Shazammed a song at Groove or in a taxi? Okay? And how many of you then followed up by following that artist on Instagram? Congratulations, you've just done nation friendly. I work for Brand South Africa and I'm here to tell you the Metro Awards are not just awards or a party. It's economics. It's you, South Africa, telling the world who you are. So what does Brand South Africa do? Think of us as brand managers for Team South Africa. So Nike has brand managers, right? To make sure that people buy their sneakers. Every new version that comes in every year, they make sure that you guys see them and they make sure that you buy them, right? Now, but here's one thing we can't do anymore. We can't do PowerPoint presentations as Brand South Africa because this generation doesn't believe that. They don't believe in that. You guys trust artists to carry your story. When Tyler wins a Grammy, a Gen Z in Japan Googles South Africa. When Uncle Waffles shuts down Boiler Room, a promoter in London books 5 more DJs in South Africa. That's our job. We make sure that when SA wins, South Africa gets credit and the check. We are not the ones who are making the music, obviously. So your vote at these awards isn't just, I like this song. It's investing in South Africa. It's investing in this version of the country. So here's my challenge to you today. 1, vote, right? But vote like it's elections, because it is. You are electing Mzansi's next global ambassador. 2, tag. When your fave wins, don't just say, yay, post. This is who we are, this is Mzansi. My job is to make sure that the world respects us. They must respect the beat, the dance, and the hustle. One thing about us, we don't enter a room, we are the room. Let's own it.
And thank you very much, Sister. I think you made it so real for many of us in terms of the ecosystem that we evolve in when it comes to music and when it comes to entertainment. And I'm hoping that we're able just to instill a little bit of more nuggets as to the importance of being able to carry ourselves as brands. I want to continue the program with welcoming the SAMRO General Manager for Licensing, Mr. Garawosena, just to come up and who's going to be also part of the next panel, but just to give us an overview understanding here in terms of music and maybe the beginning nuggets of the business side of music. Mr. Garawa, please give a round.
Good day, everyone. So my, daily function is very simple but very difficult. As you know, I come from SAMRO. I'm hoping firstly that all of you are SAMRO members, right? Yes, no, yes, no? I'm not convinced. There's some people look like they don't even know what SAMRO is. Who doesn't know what SAMRO is? And you'll see, if you are shy, you are in the wrong room. You see, you can never be in the entertainment industry and say, I'm shy. Who's not a SAMRO member? I'm giving you the awkward one. Yeah, you see my guy there, legend. Who else? Yeah, guys, the moment you are shy, you are not going to make money. Let's start there. Right? So deal with that. It's an insecurity that you have to deal with. But quickly, right? SAMRO is the Southern African Music Rights Organization. So essentially what we do is we monetize, your creation. As Faith has already said, the purpose of you creating is not for you to listen to the music, I'm sure, right? Or some of you, maybe it's nostalgic, you just want to listen to your own creation. The purpose is for you to create something that other people will actually find valuable. Now, I want you to underline the word valuable. You can never sell something that's not valuable. The challenge that we have normally in the business of music is people want to simply sell an idea, right? You have an idea, you put it into material form, which is what the X is. Then after that, your assumption is that this idea must generate an income. I want us in this journey to focus on how it is that we speak about you monetizing your creations, not necessarily obviously on my side from you performing on stage, right? Performing on stage is nice, but trust me, a lot of you have to be somewhere else at 1 a.m. in the morning. While there's another guy who's being paid 2 million rands a year by SAMRO, but that guy sleeps whenever he wants, he is with his kids, and he can spend time at home. You have to jump up and down. And remember, gigging, nobody cares that you are sick. You are sick or not, hey my man, I booked you, I paid you. You must be here, you must perform. Nobody cares about that. So, but that's the realities of the industry that you chose. And with that said, thank you and look forward to engaging with you.
Thank you very much, Karawan. And of course, these are the types of conversations that we're going to be having throughout. I just want to get the pulse of the room, which I'm going to be doing throughout the proceedings of this afternoon and into the morning, because I really want to understand if these conversations are landing. So I'm going to ask you very simple things. If I say thumbs up, just to tell me that you guys are okay. Thumbs up, everybody fine? Yeah. All right. So because if I know that you're not okay, I'm going to make you stand up. Right? It's just that kind of party, right? So when I say thumbs up, I just want to make sure that everybody is getting in the content, because there's a lot of content that you're going to consume today. And I want to make sure that the content that you consume is content that lands. Is that okay? So every time I go thumbs up, just to do a quick check, thumbs up, very, very quick check. Now let me test you one more time. All right, everybody, stand. We're gonna get into the heartbeat of today. We're starting with the business of music, so I need everybody to stand. Stand. All right, we're doing a bit of a shake because we're about to get into the business of music. It's almost like when you're about to get into a ring. Is everybody okay? Is it almost about? Where's my DJ, Mr. DJ? Won't you play me something? It's a music conference. Let's get the music going. It's a music conference. Give me something that makes
And you guys know because I'm always plugging you guys. And njengomuntu futhi sowayithola ke mnimala kaKumisa. Kodwa kuyiphi impethu la say
The Kumisa Live Music Circuit.
Yes, Live Music Circuit. Ngayithola ke mina, and today they're here also at the Playhouse. Ngihleli nobani njengamanje?
Njengamanje ngihleli noNtokozo wakamsane oyi project manager yase Kumisa.
Yena lo sala ba invoice 8 lapha basuke kwi Live Circuit. So iKumisa yenzani?
No, kahle what we do at KZN we develop ama artists in terms of the educational element side of things. Yabo lishandise nganakiwe kakhulu the education parts, paperwork, speech sheets, contracts.
Yeah.
That's our focus. We educate abantu base KZN mainly because we the KwaZulu-Natal United Music Industry Association. That's what Kumisa stands for.
Sure.
And then we advocating for abantu base KZN. So yeah, we are.
And then on Thursdays you guys host workshops.
Yeah, we've got a variety of workshops, by the way.
Yes.
And then there's the we also usually learn at Thursday, Kumisa First Thursday,
yes.
whereby into the business side. It's an introduction basically.
Yes.
And that First Thursday, it allows you to book another session.
Yeah.
Tuesday one-on-one, whereby now you come individually.
Yes.
King.
Okay, I bought minutes figure ke bakithi.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, minutes figure. And then ulubuza ukuthi mina ke ngiyazi ukuthi apply kanjani to get onto the live circuit. What was the name of case? Homecoming.
Yes,
Le Posheftini.
Yeah.
Market. And then, so for people who also want to know and what's the purpose behind it,
okay.
Can you just elaborate on that?
Just to elaborate, Ikumisa Live Music Circuit, the idea behind is for us or Ikumisa to circle around, because remember KZN it's in Kulanga and Nama districts are 11 with 47 local municipalities.
Yes.
So for us to move around, we need to ensure we're going to see behind, because Ikumisa is not for Durban people, right?
Yes.
So as we just artists now, which is Emagates, which is Ugu districts, by the way.
Wow,
you know?
Yes.
So in Live Circuit, application it's very simple. Says keep a call out, and then we're just looking for anyone on a talent.
Yes.
So what you do when you're sending us, we send us music.
Yes.
And the video clip of the very same music, 30 seconds.
Yes.
And then we also send a bio so that we know who we are interacting with.
Yes.
And then this ends out, just see music is it in a good quality. I'll not in time because it's fun. Or promoting the violence. So let's check a low criteria, and then after that says low music. Shortlisted. So far social media page yethu ku Facebook na ku Instagram. Sikwazisi now as a creative utlalela sesikufakile for 72 hours. Ulapha and then people abangakwazi randomly they'll come and vote for you. The idea behind is to do audience development for you.
Oh, nice.
You know, whereby sunabantu abangakwazi abakuvotelayo genuinely, boost ama likes, and then those people obviously they'll tend to be your followers, you know, contributing to your community of other creatives who will eventually buy your product or your music. You know, and then this is like Tata Photo on the big stage. You're performer with the car.
10,000 people watching.
Exactly. So perform and then in that midst as well, we try by all means with sexual and video clip nyana while you are performing.
I told her
and then see push it up, and that's part of building your brand, trying to profile you as much as you can, and also doing your audience development.
Yes.
It's such a great program.
Thank you so much, guys, for the work you're doing in KZN, especially for the Durban artists. As a lot of us tend to migrate to other cities, but you guys, since me corner, ngizwile ukuthi ngole ibili, manizile ngole sine, ngole ibili, there was one on one to come and sort out your problems. Mofuthi ushoshodela na irent infike lapho ukwazi ukukhokhela irent yenu nje kube mnandi kumisa futhi sekhaya. So manje for abantu abafuna ukumthola ngitholakala kanjani?
Sikhona mfethu kuwa wonke ama social media platforms. You just go and Google ikumisa, and soon we are revamping a website.
Okay.
Ngizwile abantu bekhuluma nge AI, so kone chatbots nathi lapha, so that at least if now ufuna ukubuza anything about ikumisa, you can just go to the website. But I sky launch, but we are working on it now. So which ezinye zendaba ezingathi zinkulu, but see available on our social media platforms, and then also our offices at Ase 114 Buller Road at Glenwood, just next to Prayer Center and Devonport Square.
Yes.
Partner in 114 Buller Road. That's where our offices are.
Thank you so much for your time. And please do go to Kumisa website or just on Buller Road and Zosizakal. Stay tuned.
The creative industry is full of so many people that are talented, but we have to make sure that your blood and your creativity is circulating throughout the course of this morning. So everybody, let me do a final check. Thumbs up, everybody's fine? You see, now it's a little bit better. There's a little bit of more whistling, everybody's okay, everybody's getting a feel of the room, which I'm absolutely happy with. We're going to get into a panel discussion. Now, just to give you a bit of a brief of how the panel discussion is going to work, I'm going to call up some of our members of the panelists. We're going to have a presentation by some. We're going to have a conversation for about 45 minutes. And then we're going to open up the floor for Q&As. Is that okay? So please start thinking of some of the questions that you would like posed. I just want to scan the room quickly for the different microphones. So if you look at the back a little bit, that row at the back, you see there's a microphone, there's a green light that is on. And then if you look on my right-hand side, your left, there's another microphone close by. So when I start calling out for Q&As, won't you do me a favor? I'm going to run around the rooms and give you numbers. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 5 and give you some numbers so that you're able to keep your number, and then you're going to ask the question. When you ask the question, if you're closest to this side, please make use of that microphone over there. And then if you're closest to the back and center, please make way of that microphone over there. Is everybody okay with that? And in that way, we keep things quite orderly. But before our panel discussion begins, I'd like to also welcome onto the platform Ms. Piwe from Brandsphere, just to give us a bit of an overall address and an overall look exactly as to the importance really of number one, the industry, but also the ecosystem of being able to translate branding into commercial purpose. So please give Ms. Piwe a round of applause as she comes up onto the platform.
Hello everyone. I'm short. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I know I'm not in the program, but something just occurred to me, and I thought I needed to share it with you. Obviously, with Gina and the Metro team being here as the first one of these conferences that we hope will carry on as the partnership with the city goes on. There's something that I thought we missed on. And because we're talking about the business of music, we tend to forget about the back end. So everybody will think of the DJ, right here. You will think of the DJ, but they'll forget the people that make the DJ. And I think when you talk about the business of music, it's very important as talented people to bring your back end to these conferences, because we forget that part. My history is that of the back end. Dira and I started in this industry, in this town actually, together, about 25 years ago, when the first promotions company in South Africa belonged to a man from Inanda, Ndungo, and they started Touch Africa Promotions, and I was the first Touch Africa babe we used to call them, but it was the back end office. I think it's very important, guys. What makes the professional in the front end is a lot of people in the back end. The lawyer that helps you with the contract, the wardrobe people that make you look beautiful, the makeup artist, the manager who books your diary. And I think this room should be full of those people as well. So when you go back home today and you think about next year's conference and how you want to show up, ningahambi nodwa, because it's the success doesn't come from you and your talent only. It also comes from the people that make you. And I think it's very, very important that you think about that. I'll make an example. The reason why Gina mentioned me earlier was because the partnerships that have led us to where we are today, the sponsors that have made the Metro FM possible to happen in Durban today, we're not negotiated with Gina, they were negotiated with myself. The back end is as important as the front end. So and you have all of this wealth of information, remember that next year when you come, you bring the back end office because there's a lot we can teach them as well. And that's all I just wanted to say. But congratulations for making the time and recognizing that you need this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stu. And more importantly, you mentioned some things that is so pertinent because it speaks to the importance of respect. That the talent has got respect for the support. And thank you for bringing that into our consciousness because the talent is just not talent. There's a respect that needs to go with those who are the support of the talent. And many a times, in fact, when you listen to many people around, the sustainability of the music industry and the business of music is, do you respect your team? Do you know that there is no I in team? That though you are front facing, but if he messes up the music and closes my microphone, I can't speak, can I? DJ, I can't speak. But if I don't have respect for my teammate, then I failed the team. And the team will fail. So it really does bring into consciousness really the importance of respect, and really do appreciate that. We're going to move into the next part, which is the panel discussion. And as I mentioned, we're going to open it up within the last 15 minutes so that we can all just have this open discussion in the room. I often say that any event that I'm facilitating, I call it a therapy session, because you need to come as you are and you know that you are home and feel safe. So feel safe to ask the questions. Feel safe to ask the unpopular question, as long as it's done within a respectful manner. I do implore us to start thinking about those questions. To my panelists, as I call you up, please come in and sit from this side. I will take on the very first seat, and then you can start filling in the first side. We've got 2 microphones that will allow us to get into the conversation. DJ, may I ask that as our panelists come up as well, you can play some music as we're going to be welcoming them. And so we can begin with the next part of the panel. The first panel is going to be looking at the business of music in the digital era and artificial intelligence. I don't know if you've noticed that I think even the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup music, some of the music is done by AI. It's no longer done by people. And when people are saying, hang on a second, I want to listen to this song, I want to see, and some of the actual music is done by AI, people are saying, no, this is not real. So how then do we start competing in an era of digitization and in the era of artificial intelligence? And most importantly, what are some of those evolutions within the industry that would allow us to take control and advantage of the existing tools? To help us get into that, please help me welcome from Kumisa. Kumisa's Managing Director, looking at the business of music in a digital era, Mr. Thando Nyameli. Please give us a hand. Please welcome back onto the platform from Samro, Mr. Garabosena. Please also welcome the Afrotainment founder and director, DJ Dira. All right, let me make sure. Everything is back on. Thank you so much. Well, gentlemen, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us for this pending conversation. But before we start, maybe you can help me with something. Karen, would you just pass the microphone to Dira? I cannot leave this province without knowing how to do the this is just for, does everybody know how to do the No, you see, I don't know how to do. Maybe let's use this as an education moment for all of us. How do we do it?
You need to understand that the copyright and the might land you in some trouble, but today is going to be a beautiful day.
Hayi bafethu sekuvele kwashoba kakhulu ke ngiphethe imeya yethe.
Sure.
And ngihamba nenhlanhla ngathi ngifike industry ngafikela koyena. And there was a point I wanted to touch on ngoba I mentioned lapha isikhathi. Ayibo isikhathi ongadlali isikhathi.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I want to know ukuthi you've sustained yourself. Isikhathi not just being on time for gigs or whatever that you, but isikhathi in terms of sustaining and being consistent in the industry. What can you tell us and even myself ukuthi what's the key to be sustainable in the industry?
Oh man, you have to work on your brand to keep on, not be the same. I mean, you see, Utira back then, Utira na manje, usapusha, so I think monga focus with brand yakho ukuthi uwenze sure ukuthi aya align nezinto ezenzakalayo ngaleso sikhathi leso, yabo, and also uzama ukuthi always come up fresh ideas, yabo, ukuthi reinvent yourself, yabo, so that because when my teacher look after 3-4 years, yabo, but parents, you see, uzongibona this year sengishintsha futhi, yabo, sengifaka something interesting kwi character yami or yabo kwi act yami enza ukuthi abantu belokhu nje be interested, okay, somphuka lo, so kubalele lokho, and obviously just respecting yourself, yabo, respecting the industry working with, respecting abantu sebenza nabo, because you won't know ukuthi lento le ezokusa phambili izoqhamuka kubani, yabo, leyo feature leyo, yabo, uzothi ngena ku studio lana thomela abantu e studio kanti vele lo muntu lo uyena lozokushaya le chorus le ezokusa phambili. So balekile ukuthi every time push into ngothando, respect wonke umuntu and understand ukuthi sonke la we want a mission, one goal ukuthi sibe successful. So azamani ukuthi sebenzisane so be successful.
Yes, one more question ngiyakhumbula saqala uzama ukudansa kanzima manje yadansa manje and then yabona siyadansa manje kusaqala kanzima phela lapha, and then ngiyabona futhi ukuthi thina abantu abaqala industry indaba social media iyanqinisa, but you're very active and you also capturing young audiences. How is it important thina for artists abadala aqala sangakafiki no TikTok manje to be relevant?
Yeah, that's very very important to note, because people take social media for granted. Can't you tell ukuthi social media is actually will be your home, to try and sell yourself, so if you don't post, like how are people gonna know about what you're up to, like ngempela, like that's where you like need to okay, here I'm here to sell myself, well, this is where I can be able to sell myself, so make sure that you capture the content, and mind your content, but we share everywhere, so make that content as a whatever make recognize, like for example, I mean everything has its time. Sometimes you might try something and say don't just give up, just hold back and just wait for it to corner. And sometimes you can take that and put it on a song, and it becomes something. But yabona yena ngendlela apusha ngayo ku social media, sesiyakwazi ukuthi simun identify lapha sithi hayibo mhlawumbe content engaphuma kulo muntu lo simbambe simthole simlefake la e-studio, yabo ukuthi sekuphuma ingoma lapho, yabo. So it's very very important to sebenza social media way to write, ungasabi mfethu, siyasaba inkinga mfethu, siyasaba silokhu sinonzo nami mina mnibuka ngikwazi ukudansa mina, but ngibona ngibanyana abadansa, yabo. So sometimes ukuthi ukusaba unqena syndrome ukuthi abantu bazothini yabo abantu bafuna ukubona wena so come out there fighting showing people who you are. People are gonna love you.
We can't wait for in July, guys. Please book your tickets for the Afrotainment Mic.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, my friend.
Shout out.
To see you again.
Thank you so much. Well, let's get into the business. And Dira, let me start off with you because you've got the microphone. It's a time when music is evolving. It's a time where we're introducing a new generation of consumers of this music and makers of this music. There are some elements that ensure the sustainability of you as a business within the industry. Where does a sustainability model start? And maybe let's draw from your experience and from your lived experiences within the industry. How do you ensure sustainability in a time of constant evolution?
On my side, I think the most important thing is the information, because most of the people that we work with, the information is lacking. Some people don't even know where to collect their monies, Some people don't know when music plays on YouTube, where do you collect that money from? So I think that's like for me one of the important things, the information. People must be educated about what are we doing here. And from that at least we can be able to make sure that contracts are important. We get into studios, we create music, we sample, we do that without agreeing. And then the next thing, when the song is huge and it's making money, there are wars because we didn't agree before we signed. So for me, those two important things, if we can be able to tighten them up, we can be able to move forward.
And Tony, maybe before we go into this, we're going to spend some time on the business aspects of it. But let's look at the talent side of it. A lot of time the hits are made in a studio. It's a bunch of friends. It's a bunch of friends and maybe Hennessy. There's some kind of, but the bangers come out with a bunch of friends and Hennessy. There's always something that happens and it's a bunch of friends and the music and the creativity flows and the music flows, and then before you know it, you've got a hit. How then do you formalize such informal settings? And I'm just branching off from what Dira said, that if there are no contracts, there's going to be a fight. So then how do you formalize a space where the music is created in such an informal environment that the guys are just, they're helped with the help of, a little bit of booze here and there, and it's liquid courage. Paperwork. Maybe can you please pass the microphone this side? Thank you, Timothy.
Can I jump on that as well? All right, so I think Kumakoya, we begging into proper because you see like our industry is knowledge, and knowledge has become currency because the industry is changing so rapidly. Probably in Europe or in America, who are actually controlling markets, who are currently deciding what the industry is going to look like for us in South Africa today. So what we know today might actually change tomorrow. So we always have to keep up with the knowledge. And maybe just let me posit this, let me put it this way. The music industry is segmented in three ways. It's the music, that's the creation part, that's the stuff that we know how to do. We're talented, we know how to make music, we know how to release it. Then there's the music business, the boring part. Because that's where the contracts are. That's where copyright management is. That's where monetization of the music that you are creating actually is. That's door number 2. Then we've got door number 3, right? Which is the music industry. Where now you get to take your music, door number 1, and your music business, door number 2, and actually start navigating in that space. This is where now you interact with consumers, you interact with users of music, and then that's where we test if your music gets played, does it really get paid? And then we often find out that yes, it does get paid, but probably the owner of the music won't get paid. Why? Because they didn't sign the contract, they didn't understand the importance of copyright. So, yonke into ikudoor number 2, the door that is boring. La kunama split sheet agreements called. La kunama contract agreements called. And I'm gonna be very controversial now, Faith, if you'll allow me. I tend to have a bit of a problem with musicians who are signing into agreements with record labels, publishers, or any other management or any other thing that they sign with, any entity. And then cry foul when things don't go well, especially where there is a contract. Because there was this idea that when I as a musician am signing with Utira as a record label, that Utira is helping me. And Utira is not helping me. Utira is actually doing a business transaction because he saw a product that could actually be turned into a commodity and make profits for Afrotainment, whereas I, as the product, must also be a business person who is able to take that same contract, negotiate it to favor me as well. We go back and forth until we find each other on everything, including the back end that Mrs. Pure was talking about, to say, okay, brand-related income, endorsement deals, merchandise, appearances. What percentage does Afrotainment take because they help build this brand? What percentage do I take, as well as the actual brand that I've become? So contracts are super important. So when you get into a relationship, it's not because we are Caesar, it's because it's a business transaction. So be a businessman and also negotiate on your behalf for yourself. Sebo.
So let's use this as a moment of education. And God, I'm going to bring it to you, and I'm going to take it back to the three of you as well. Let's talk a little bit about this door number 2, because I want us to deep dive on door number 2 here. There's the publishing, there's the contracts, there's the copyright. A lot of people will say, and a lot of talent will pretend that they know, but they don't know. And let's use this as a moment to educate. What is the difference? What is the most important? What does each proponent actually do, and what does it serve?
Cool. So to make it understandable, right, the Copyright Act, so that I frame it with something. Section 2 of the Copyright Act firstly gives you the right that you have, where it says that it doesn't protect ideas, it protects creations, and music is one of the creations that is protected. So meaning, the moment you record this particular song, it becomes, protected by the law. But then, going to Tando's point, in terms of from a business perspective, then this copyright splits into 2 parts. We call it, the first one, copyright in the recording. So meaning, this is under section 9 of the Copyright Act, meaning that the moment you record this thing, the question is, who does it belong to? And normally you guys call it the master. Right? And a lot of times people don't think about it to say, but hang on, what is the value of a master? So you go to a certain label or so forth, and people invest into the recording of such. Think about it. Logically, whoever invests into something will be the one that owns that thing. So as a business, like Tanga said, not as an artist, you need to think about that, because now you're going into that commercial side. Because later on, when you have to do a sync, when you have to even put it on digital platforms, there are royalties and money linked to just paying for the master itself. Then if you go to the section 6, which is copyright in the composition, section 6 of the Act, then it says that any time this song is used, somebody must seek permission from you. Then it's publishing. Publishing essentially means that I'm going to earn for as long as I live and 50 years posthumously, right? So even you'll be gone, and your kids will still be earning from that song. But that only happens if you also sign the right agreements, because a lot of people don't even own their publishing. They think they do, but they don't, right? So you need to make sure that you own your publishing, and publishing is the easiest one. Because publishing vests on the person that created the songs. The composer, the author, and that's it. A publisher only comes in if you need somebody to help you. And you must be very conscious of the agreement that you sign, because sometimes you sign away the right. So meaning it never reverts back to you, right? It's called copyright, for life in a sense, right? So you need to make sure that you are aware of that. Now, the business part starts from understanding that you need to own a significant portion of the creation. I'm sure that makes sense, right? You can only earn from what you created, but you need to own it. Because ownership is not just the creation, ownership is ownership in law in itself. Because if you go and you sign it away, then you can never say somebody cheated you of it. But then, here's the most important part on the business side. You need to get this thing used. So when Tando was saying there were 3 sides, I would like to add the 4th one, and maybe goes more to the 3rd one. It's the marketing part. A lot of people sitting here, you never think of marketing. Never, ever, ever. You invest so much time in creating a perfect piece, but thereafter, somebody has to use it. You're not making this thing for you. And a lot of creatives, I don't know, you act as though this song is your baby, and I don't know, you're making it for you to listen to it. Guys, nobody cares. I'm telling you, nobody cares. People only care about something that adds value, like I said. Value could be me enjoying myself, me thinking about whatever, but on a business level, positioning this thing from a marketing context, that's why we always speak about teams. Teams are important because somebody else may be better at selling the song, and that's where labels come in, traditionally. A label's job, technically, besides recording, their biggest job is to say, how do we sell this product? But if you can do that, then trust me, your negotiation is a little bit better. Because I always say, when you sign an agreement, how do you know you're signing a good agreement? A simple rule of thumb. If you can do something well yourself, there's no need for you to give somebody else anything else for it if you can do it yourself. Does that make sense? If I can clean my house well, I don't need to go and hire somebody else to clean it for me. The only reason why I might hire somebody to clean it for me is because I know that I can leverage my time better, maybe, somewhere else to earn more instead of cleaning my house. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not because I hate cleaning it, it's because leveraging. That's what you need to do as an artist. You need to leverage. Understand leverage. To say, okay, if I go to, we're going to use Afro as an example. If I go to Afro and I say, I want us to do this, either a licensing deal, either or me signing up to your label. This is what I need you to do for me because I don't know how to do that well, but I can use my time to do other things better. Maybe creating better songs and so forth. So that is leveraging. Once you understand that and you know who's going to sell the product, that's where you have, the recipe. And in closing, guys, I always say this, nobody knows what a hit sounds like. We could be sitting in this room. Some of you could have a hit. But because it doesn't land in the right place, you will never know that. Do you understand that? And just it being on TikTok or Spotify doesn't mean that people will hear of it. There's 150,000 songs landing on Spotify every single day, besides the AI stuff. Nobody will hear your song. So marketing and positioning is very important.
Hayi manje sesihleli nengqalabutho ngempela ke izozo. Hamba kanjani?
Amnandi siswami angisakwazi.
Angisakwazi na. Uqashile phakathi now.
Wena Nkosi mina ngiyatholakala.
Kodwa nami ngiyatholakala nje. Kodwa ngoba sesitholene ke asele sesicatch up afethu. Sikhona lana at the Playhouse at the Metro FM Music Conference.
Yes.
And now sibonile lapha nabaye osaziwayo abakhona. What's the importance oyibonayo kwi industry eThekwini especially for these kinds of events?
Okay, it's very important okay, ulwazi into ebalekile uma ngabe umuntu ulwazi ke luhlezi lidingeka akukho la uthi sewazi konke so ama conferences afana nalawo sibonge Metro FM ukuthi asilethele conference efana nalena ama conferences ahlezi idingeka ama workshops ahlezi idingeka because awukho la uthi ufunda khona kuthi ufuna uzofe sakhula kusho njalo so we are here to learn and we are here to teach.
Yes.
You understand? So lento ihamba kanje, omncane uyakwazi ukuthi afundise omdala, kene nomdala uyakwazi afundise omncane. Because if I can tell you, in our times, kwama cities, Tina, we used to go around South Africa promoting our music.
Imagine.
Manje usuwenza ingoma uhleli la, boom, isiyaziwa phesheya. Manje ke second. You understand?
Yeah.
So ishintshile ingakho ngithi omdala uyakufunda komusha. You understand? Because isitali samanje safana saqala. You understand? And nathi siyakwazi ukufundisa bona ukuthi la beleka khona is the brand. Ngizokusho ke lokho. Ngesikhathi sethu kwakucreate ama brands. Umuntu waye ama fans ayethenga ingoma ngokuthi uTizozo urelease. So manje abantu they wait to hear the song kana before
committing to the artist.
Yes, abantu manje bazi ingoma kodwa abamazi artist country awihlanganisi i-face to the song. You understand ngisho? So ilokho thina engasho ukuthi thina sasamba phambili kona yabo, because thina okuthengwa nje ukuthi makuthiwa nje release uphuze chemist abantu bayothenga ukuthi utheni balandela ibrand. So manje abantu they follow the song, and the songs that are made now are bigger than the artist.
Yes.
You understand? Ingoma ibe nkulu kodwa
ungamboni.
Yabona nje kunongenza ukuthi ubikeke umuzi umuntu ekubuza ukuthi usephefumile ba kodwa usephefumile. Ngani uma yenza ngisho because akazele yena kodwa uzele ingoma yakhe. You understand? So people they dance to the song bengamazi ukuthi ingoma ekabani. Umbuso ekabani ingoma enithanda baze bashaya ngisho ama challenges kodwa bamazi. So ingilapha engathi mina ngesikhathi sethu sihamba phambili kakhulu.
Yes, ayinanisha futhi into yenu. Namanje futhi nisayishaya. Njengoba uchaza ukuthi ufunda omdala ufunda omncane. So njengoba namhlanje ke wena yini mhlawumbe ofuna ukuthi nifundise ama youth namhlanje into eyodwa, and then okwesibili yini wena oyithathile njengokuthi usuyafunda.
Lo ngisho nje mina lokho kwe brand.
Yes
ukuthi abazame ukwakha ibrand yabo bona. For example, if kuukuthi uyapost because manje sebephila nge-social media. Try ukuthi ungapost ithombe enibaningi kuzona.
Ngoba ngesikhathi uba
we understand. You understand? So at the same time lento yalabafana abancane manje isilula kakhulu. You understand into le? And manje njengoba ilula ingaki iphinde belula futhi nokushona phansi. Yayizwa lento le. Yabo nje mase ngithi wena manje zama ukuhlehla ucheck when amapiano started bese ungitshela ukuthi ubani artist la waqala wazi. Alisekho ndawo manje. 5 of those
it's a moving.
Yes, 5 of those artists abayiqala basekho. But the first best kwaito Metro Award ukuze KZN ikwami. Yebo ngisalana manje. Angane manje who created I Durban kwaito. It's Tizozo and Professor. They understand ngisho ingakho manje when you open SABC 1 promoting the Metro FM Award in KZN, they are playing that song.
Yes.
Yeah, understand? So injalo ngihamba nebrand injalo ayilahleki kunento ongeke ungisho ngashona ukuthi ingane yami abantu bawuhlezi besho ubaba wakho beno professor bona abaqala iDurban kwaito ibona abatholi award lokuqala. Yeah, understand? Ukuze KZN. Yeah, understand ngisho. So ilapho laso esibabhitha khona
building legacy, building a foundation izoba consistent and izoba post human tontoni ukuthi in legacy yakho even suhambile isale. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And sizobona vele sakhona vele
angisakhona
semele sibonana sikusebenza futhi
ubala singene. Thank you Shaba for it.
And thank you very much for it. And let's go into the AI conversation, because this is seriously changing and transitioning the way that we actually look at the music business. Tira, this one goes to you. Artists are given tools that are able to help elevate their current offering and their talents. But they're using this tool called artificial intelligence to do it. A tool at a government level where we're still trying to figure out the policies that regulate and navigate a space that nobody knows, nobody understands, right? So from an artist perspective, let's go into artist production perspective. Should we be looking at AI as a threat that will take away some of the business? Or should we be looking at AI as a tool? And if it's a tool, how do we effectively use that tool so that we can get the most out of it?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about the music industry is always revolving. Everything is always changing. We're coming from CDs. We're selling CDs, Kichimani CDs, Colomba CDs, Karamuti, they pirating our CDs, Next thing, now we are on streams. We don't really care about people who download songs now. Downloading a song is not very important now. What is important now is a stream. And to get a stream, you need to pay. So it's like, okay, this technology is changing, but it's also helping us. So, you need to understand, you need to use what you can to make yourself move forward. So if this AI seemingly can put food on the table, then let's grab it. And I don't know how to produce a song, but I'm a producer because when I get people in a room, I can be able to create a sound that's gonna be a hit. So if AI is gonna help me do that better,
And let's talk a little bit about Sidlanjani Nyama. Where does the talent make the most money? How can the talent actually make the money so that they're not just hungry artists? Maybe we'll start with you, Dira, then let's go to you, Tan.
You see, this day I don't know, because it can be talent, it can be how you present yourself, it could be you dancing. You need to find yourself, okay, where are you strong? And focus on where you are strong and try to sell yourself there. But it's anybody's game. Use your talent wisely and respect, as you said earlier. This thing only starts with respect. If you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your craft, then no one is going to respect you.
Okay. If you don't respect yourself, no one will ever respect you, right? So I really agree with that. But yeah, if you know and I think umuntu qualified khuluma inyama uthando nyameni ujide thathele lapho. So guys, I'm going to say one thing, and then I love to deal with facts because we also want to understand where the money is in the industry, because that's my job, to find out where the money is, how it flows, where does it start flowing, and where does it flow to? And does it actually get to the owner, and why not if it doesn't? So, considering AI, let's understand where your talent, where actually your currency is your brand. And I think Usis Piwe, I really liked what she said when she came up, because if you build your brand, guys, and I'm going to be very honest again, controversy and all, I've seen very untalented people being very successful in the space. I'm being honest, right? If I can. Why? Because they knew how to position their brand, plus they understood of how to actually make of music a commodity, turn it into a business, understanding how to exploit their own copyright so that they could start making money. So this is business, and unfortunately, guys, you cannot do it alone. You are going to need people around you who are going to help you build this mechanism called the music industry. Because, guys, there's money, and can I get you some facts? I didn't just bring this laptop to hide my pot belly and make me look like I'm smart. I wanted to read some facts. And I think that's the music business lecture in me, because I do teach music business at UKZN, right? So let's talk about some empirical evidence on a few things. 2024, there's a study conducted by the Music in Africa Foundation, trying to find out where the money is in the music space and how much is there. Obviously, like any other research, they didn't get to interview a lot of people. I'm pretty sure Magoye would say, Yeah, you're going to lose this. I'm sure the numbers were going to shift slightly, but this is an indication at the most minimum of how much is made for music industry post-COVID. Standard for much of COVID. So they stated on average per month, the music industry generates 141.5 million rands per month, on average, at the most minimum. And they segment this in 5 ways. Now, the first way would be the biggest chunk of that that pie, which is 30% going to live performances.
I think what you've just done is that you help expand the business of music. Whereas people now have been focusing on one side of it, the fame and the like, but there are other ways. You know, as you were speaking about, make sure that the song is simple. Do you know which song came into my mind? You pay less at clicks. It's the simplest, dumbest, but how many know the song? I can imagine the guy that made the song is earning time and time again that song plays. And we don't actually ever think about something so simple. But then back to my question as well, regarding the team, and you can also add on to what Karabo has said, but let's talk a little bit here about the composition of the team, because you've managed to have a very deliberate team for years, Dira. You've managed to keep your team in a very strategic way. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, after you've made a hit, man, the thing that first comes to your mind, again, is let me spend money that I don't have. I think I've said before, the contracts are very, very important, because now we're entering a journey that is going to be very, very long, but it's going to take slow, it's going to start slow, and if we don't get organized right at the beginning, it's going to get even more hectic at the end. So we destroy many relationships because we don't focus on just minor things, just making sure that the paperwork is in place. If we have signed that who's taking what, we're not going to have problems in the future. And then it's very, very important to have a good team. The management, the people who takes bookings and the people who make sure that everyone on the road arrives on time. There's nothing that kills us like not respecting time and not respecting work. So I think that also really plays a huge role, acting with a team, be strong, be solid, and be able to make hits years and years and years. And I think lastly, I would just like to touch on as well, just looking good, guys, being presentable, I think it's very, very important. And it just makes even people at least, respect you and take you serious. So for me, I would say, let's just keep on working, focusing, like right at the beginning, like when you're really starting off, you don't know really where to go, because abadu baya valelana, so I think let's try and collaborate more. We have ama companies azamayo who says kuhlanganisa people buka ngafanele le holy gwele, because Metro FM is here trying to make sure which they give people support, which babe information, which bazo maneuver kanjani music wabo. So let's just try and help each other to grow so that at least industry is cool. Thank you.
Is fast wrapping up as well, but we do have questions. Do we have questions in the room? Yes. I just want to be able to take around questions. So this is how we're going to do the Q&A part, so that we keep it in an orderly way. I'm going to give you numbers 1 to 5, right? So remember what I said, if you're close to the side, please come to there's a roving microphone this side, so please make sure that you get to the roving mic. And then if you're at the back, there's a lady there at the back who's got that other roving mic. So let me start off with the numbers very quickly, 1 to 5. There's the gent 1, sir, 2, 3. Can I go a little bit to the back? So, 4. So with and then 5. The last one. Do we all have 5? We're gonna just take 5 for now, and then we'll close it. So let's start off with number 1. And please, panelists, please keep in mind we're gonna keep it at 5. Please keep in mind those questions so that we can just get through them, and then we'll give you an opportunity to answer them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good day, colleagues. My name is Michael Ngema. I'm the CEO of Umlazi International Film Festival, but I'm also here as a journalist from NewsX Media. So I have really much respect for everyone in the panel. Thank you guys for coming here. Thank you so much for Metro FM. So my question is dedicated to Ubuntu Mdala. First, it's a time manje deal about deal. So because I'm really passionate about Umlazi, and I really respect you and I really honor you what you've done for Ikasley to discover talent, big Nas, which really made Umlazi, took Umlazi to the international stages. But and I always wish to thank you and appreciate you for that. And I just wish really that many of us would really be inspired by that to us this Amakaswetu, because Amakaswetu are brands by themselves. Yeah, so my question would be from you're saying we're coming from CDs and then now we're in the digital age of streamings. So from your experience as someone who has a record label, where have you monetized more with your artist? Has it been on streams, bookings, associating your artist with brands, music on adverts? And there's the other part that I know that you are involved in that you don't mention, that you do scoring for TV, telenovelas. So yeah, I really wish that we can also touch on that a bit as to how did that come about and how it's been beneficial for your career to do music for filming and telenovelas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go to number 2. There's the microphone.
Yeah, how are you everybody? I hope you enjoy this huge day for you everybody here. I want to ask all of these people from here. Only one question for me. It's been a long time. The time I was young in this music, but nothing happened to me. I have a hit song, many times. A lot of people here, they always have the connection to knock all of these companies. It depends who you are. I'm also running a project for uplifting the young people, keep them also grants and number of views, teach them art. I'm also have a script for these people. I'm a film directing. All that I do, trusting with these people. Please guys, let's add the platform to us as the artists. There's a lot of people that see people here from artists all of us here, but nothing happened, guys. All I want to do, let's work together, guys. A lot of young people, they laugh at me. They say, this guy doesn't have a car, but a lot of time in this music industry, do you know how old I am now? Get something. But I started losing, I tell myself I was achieve. It's time I was 25 something, but nothing happened to me. Guys, please, let's eat the bread together. Skill of
and to summarize, I'll bring it home, but I'm assuming your point has been made regarding can you make it without the connections? Because he is making something valid. He is making a valid point around some people need connections in order for them to have the doors open. So how do you make it if you just want to do it the right way without the connections? Number 2, thank you very much. Let me go to number 3.
Good day, good morning everyone. My name is Matega, I'm a singer. I handle A&R, road management for Ice Drop, which is EA's new label. We actually have a song in the same category as Magoya over there, called Kwaito, coming for you guys. But I have 2 questions. So the crew that spoke about production music. So what is the infrastructure around it? Let's say we already created it, so where do we take it? And how do we actually get it to monetize? The second one is how to make a radio song, because with Yes in Data right now, it's probably the most biggest song that we've ever had. And I feel like there's a structure behind radio music. You just don't just create a song and it becomes a really hit. So I just want to understand that. So yeah, those are my 2 questions.
Thank you very much. And these are very brilliant questions. Thank you very much. Is there a way or science of making a radio hit?
Send on. Ngiyabila. Ngijwayele ukubashothile, ngijwayele ukubakudipela futhi mhlambe ngasumo uzama kube ngibona abangibona. I'm one of the directors of music, ngoba cameras will follow me mase ngiphuma la FT bengicela ukuthi manje into ecela Faith Mangope, you are look so stunning as always. Ngingaboni nguje ko train mina mfethu ngigoti ngoba ningaboni igqokele ikepisi ebhalwe metro bese nijethi ngisebenza la metro ngathi futhi 200 rand nami ngiye labafethu ababhenda ngathi abangibhenda because I'm one of the Metro FM listener eniyaziyo noma chinching sibiye manje ulalele Sundays every Sundays okay angikho lapho la ngikona ngisekuthini ngicela ukuthi ngililanga izikhulu zenu nibambe njengoba Mr. Nibuze lokho uyibuza wasuwashishwa waphunyuka ngicela ngililanga nibambe ngoba isuke zazile ngayizolo ukuthi izowathola ama-Q&As siyabongelana umbuzo wami oqala uzozala uSamro ukuthi ngengizwe thiwa imculo yaphesheya njengoba isuke idlala nayo ena something bengifisa ukwazi ukuthi njengama-artist ala yakhe no I'm sorry ngoba sekheza ngiyaxolisa ama-artist ase-South Africa kuye kuthiwe kumele aregister so that ezokwazi ukuthi athole commission at the end nanokuthi imculo yabo idlalwa khona into ezozikhokhela ngicela ukubuza ukuthi kwimculo yaphesheya bona ngoba engathi abaregister indawo angisho ukuthi ngisolwazi angazi mhlawumbe khona indlela abaregister khona ukuthi umculo wabo nabo bakhokheleke ngifisa ukwazi kasami ukuthi bayibheka leyo noma bengasichazela ukuthi bakhokheleka kanjani bona abaculi baphesheya ngoba imlosi idollar baqala ukucula nama-billions while ama-artists ase-South Africa they are starving bashona bengenalutho. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good question. Thank you. Jack of all trades. Thank you, sir. Let me go to number 5, my last speaker for now.
Angimele igama lami uKing Mzansi Sibone Sekhathi ngomabala bamasho bevuka phansi amasho kwanto. Siyabonga sibingelela ipanel Budira siyabingelela Buthanda Nyameni siyabingelela Bukarabo siyabingelela Sisfaith siyabingelela sibingelela kakhulu zonke ihambele ikhona ngaphakathi siqale sibongo uMetro FM ngokuthelethisa ithuba elingaka eThekwini sibonga uSamro ukuthi ebe ingxenye esengikunake kakhulu kule eThekwini makuthiwa kwenziwa ama-music conferences or kwenziwa ama-workshops ama-artist aseThekwini ayacasha awafuna ukuphuma futhi awafuna ukugonyuluka ukuthi ena khona la ashaya khona in terms of ulwazi kade sise omakhelwane belizolo lapha okhosini nakhona bekune-workshop nakhona kodwa ama-artist ayacasha. Okay, I've got 2 questions. Eyokuqala ukuthi mina nje I'm an independent artist. Ukuthi ngiyakuthanda ukuba independent artist. Ngiyafisa ukusebenzisana nama-record labels. But inkinga esinayo eSouth Africa ukuthi kunalento ekuthiwa exploitation. Ama-artist amaningi asayiniswa ama-contracts angawa-understand. Now futhi ama-artist aphinde sesesayina ama-contracts angawa-understand bese ebuya masephume ithi ezoba ngumsindo whereas the one awasayina ama-contracts angawa-understand. My first question is, how do you make it as an independent artist, not depending on labels in this music industry? If we independent artist, ukwazi kanjani to break industry without depending to sign a contract with certain record labels? That's my first question. And my second question goes to Metro FM. Metro FM umukela ingoma enjani or i-criteria enjani ofanele uyilandele in order ukuthi kube nengoma ekwazi ukuthi imukelwe uMetro FM. Ngiyabonga.
Ngiyabonga. Siyanda, the criteria, so how does the music sound like in order to get radio play? Is there science behind it in order to get radio play, and what do we do to get radio play? And then the second one, of course, the criteria.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone.
understand it is our radio stations have something called a format, right? Where, for an example, schooling Maskandi. Maskandi will predominantly be on African, what we call African language stations, which is your course in Flobo, Motswedi, so on and so forth. However, now you will see that, for an example, Maskandi has transcended, meaning that Maskandi has pushed the boundaries, kicked the walls, and Maskandi started being popular, right, in urban spaces. Okay, now as a business, Metro FM is still a business. As a business, we have to respond to that, to say, okay, so we sat down like, okay, Maskandi is being reflective in urban spaces. Let's have a response to that. And now you started hearing Maskandi here and there, right? That's the one part. And the other part is submissions, right, Faith? Submissions. Pardon? What is the criteria? Okay. Criteria, basically, you submit traditional Abudira. They would come to us, and I was a compiler in my previous life. They would come to us, submitting our CDs every Tuesday. You will see them up and down at the SAPC. Pretty calm. Our CDs know one year in Mali. CDs, right? And also there's a centralized system. You would know the SAPC has a central library. Okay, that has been the norm over the years. Now fast forward to 2024 when we launched submissions and digital submissions. Now this was another response when the COVID hit. We could not interact, but life had to go on. So Idabayama digital submission started, and then we started with digital submission. Then subsequent to that, we launched a music portal for the SAPC, which is called musicsubmissions.sapc.co.za. So what you need to do is find your Konagaba, you register, put all your details, and then your submission is centralized because you no longer submit to a particular station. You now submit to the central library so that all stations within the SAPC will have access to your music. Thank you.
Please, is just a thumbs up. Where's my AV team? Thumbs up, team. Everything is good for the PDF? Okay, great. Bernard, you can take the platform. Please give him a round of applause.
Greetings, everyone. Ikhulu zethu zakumesh. Bona nabaphathi bama-artist la. Siyabongelela wonke amaciko akwazi ukuphuma. Thank you so much for coming out to such a very, very important gathering. I always say to young and aspiring musicians, the importance of learning. Learning is very important. I think it's in the industry. I'm an artist now. Apparently, we need in the industry. Every day we just get people. So I said, DJ Melon, try to snap DJ Melon. We always challenged by such things. So ngobanila nonke inhliziyo yami ithola ukujabula kakhulu because ngiyakhombisa ukuthi anifuni nje ukwenza kuphela, nifuna ukufunda before nenze, because it's very, very important to learn. Before even they show my presentation on screens, I don't know how this is going to work because I need my laptop. But it's okay. I'll see what I can do. So it's very, very important to learn. I mean, for me, it has always been about I learn, I plan, then I action. Then I give myself on learning, Leandro, Eti, what do I need to do? How do I do it? And when do I do it? So that has always been my thing in the music industry. Because you can't just get in and wake up tomorrow morning with I'm a DJ just because you can make songs now. There's quite a number of things that goes into that. Just when man DJ and so forth. You guys winning. You guys have just summed up my presentation. Well done. Round of applause. So I'm presenting a topic called branding and global reach. It's pretty much talk about what you guys have just said now. Actually, I think I yeah. So number one, we in KZN, we have so many talented musicians, so many talented artists, just like in soccer. You know, we have so many talented. If you go to Township, everywhere, all over KZN, it's a greatest of soccer players, but they're all not playing in a professional league. Nangala music, it's a very, very same thing. We have so many talented musicians, but only a small percentage gain a meaningful visibility. What causes that is one word. That's one word called branding. You only differentiator between we can all be talented, but who's gonna have a song of the year or who's gonna have what? So success is influenced by number one, positioning. Positioning is like brand alignment. We expose a whole band, when where is this guy? He just went out. How did to talk about him? I just saw this guy. Always he's into hip hop, but he just recently started hanging around Uzagwe, following Uzagwe, and Uzagwe has them shoot. His name is Dozin, I think. So we have videos are training and umuntu ofana nami who stays far away from la bahlala khona sengiyakwazi ukuthi ngimbone because i-brand yakhe uyipositiona kahle nabanye abantu abenza lento ayenzayo. So brand positioning is very, very important in that regard. So you position yourself number one. So you must value empowerment relationships. Who do you know? Who do you hang out with? How do you spend your time with whom? Because if you spend your time with wrong people, they influence you with that, whatever they're doing. If you spend your time with winning people, you're definitely gonna win. But not just winning people, anyone who's winning, you're a musician, you're hanging around tender premieres who are doing so well. You just need to hang around with also other successful artists. Then that thing in position of information was we gain so quickly. Because it's very, very difficult to acquire information. But this means when these are easy. Because your crew, the guys around you, whom are winning artists, they can always tell you, no, please don't do this way. I've been there, I've done that. Like if you go to Afro Settlement Studios, I saw Dirala Mangene. There are so many young up and coming home artists who goes to the studio and just chill. They get an opportunity to work. They get features like that because you start by hanging around the winning crew. So positioning yourself, positioning your brand, like start by who do you align with, and also go online because now life is digital and digital is now life. So people like to see you too. You know, now I'm just living the life in a physical form, but there's also a life on social media, the digital world, where you need to be. Whatever you do this side, you must do that side. So whatever strategic relationships you strike in this side with people whom you can reach physically, nangala online. Online, what's nice about it is you can reach as wide as you can. You can stretch all the way to global markets and everywhere. You create relationship through social media, commenting DMs, via DMs, and not just complimenting girls and stuff, but also business and what you want, and other big artists that you know from overseas telling them, hey, I bought your record and this year I've been a fan ever since. You actually inspired me to start this journey. It will be an honor if you can one day have a phone call so I can learn from someone like you. Say nice things that artists like to hear. If you present yourself in that way. So that brand positioning, and then there's branding. That's I'm gonna go on the next slide into deep details where you brand yourself, give yourself identity in terms of who you are and what you are about and where you're going. And then you have audience reach, which is pretty much what I've just explained. Your target market and everything. But I'm gonna go to them in deep details as we go along. Next slide, please.
All right, we've got another panel discussion that is coming up that is going to be equally, if not even more engaging, which is going to lead us to hone in on on our listening skills. So I know that we need a break every 45 minutes. Can I ask for us to stand up quickly and just stretch our legs? Is that okay? Just to stretch up a little bit before we get into the next panel. It's going to require us to hone in once more, to be really involved. So just to stretch a little bit. Yeah, just to get ourselves just start flowing so that we can relax for a little bit as well for the next part of the panel discussion. Just stretch, quick 30-second stretch.
Right now, we're chilling with one of the legends of the city, DJ Mela, someone.
That's it.
And we've seen Galelo Dalila and especially as Umuntu or the music, we've been able to do such a huge event also in the city, and mancane technical issues awekho non-existent. So it's so intricate event and as well as your brand. How do you manage so many moving parts and then everything stays perfect?
With I adapted to a technique called continuous improvement, which I pretty much learned from school when I was still in university, studying production management. That's something so much Japanese. I build Kaizen in manufacturing. Yes, in English it's continuous improvement. It says pretty much once you have it, never stop trying to improve.
Yeah.
You know, you get it right, but never do it right the first time. And once you have it, never stop trying to improve.
Yes.
You know, like there's always a room for improvement and growth. So I keep growing and I keep improving. I keep growing. I listen to my people. But we're happy anyway, but we need more sitting spaces. I provide.
Yes.
They're like, hey, we're happy, but hey, this liquor is so expensive. I provide. You know, like I always try. Can we have more food stores? I provide. That's how I get it right. Like I listen to my people because at the end of the day, they are the markets I'm servicing. This is not just my thing, it's our thing. So I want them to be fully accommodated. That's why you hardly see any negative comments about it. It's done right, it's done in partnership with our audience.
And the money futhi ukuthi ayikho ngosuku leli because uyazi ukuthi vele nje abantu bakho bazogcwala vele nje kuseceleni.
That's another thing about it, like to be able to sell 10,000 tickets with no lineups. You know, like this time we're doing 12,000 and we sell out without lineup within 10 days. It's such an amazing feeling. You don't need, we have our people, all we need to focus on is to give them a good product now. And just when we go out and spreading the word about it, it's not because we're saying, please come attend. We know our people will always be there for us. We're spreading the word for more people to know about us and pretty much know that Durban is happening and stuff like that.
And because you're traveling, but you bring the imali back into the city.
Exactly.
And then in Durban, because I feel like you are a seasoned creative and a very like high colored one at that. Creatives, it's because Nami, I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I'm a DJ. What is the gap that we need to see to be at your level?
Two things. Not learning, living in the box.
Okay.
So I need niggas cut funda, you know, like I was once asked the question to say in the corporate world they work 8 hours a day, 8-hour shifts. In the music industry, what do you guys do in these 8 hours? Pretty much nothing about your brand. How much time do you dedicate to your brand on daily basis? Nothing, but yet you expect to see returns. Number two is what I was talking about inside. There's no more box anymore, but still you're still living in the structure of a box. Social media has allowed us to communicate with people from all over the world, but our artists are still here. They're still boxing themselves. But boxes have been removed. Just fly now. Grow your wings and fly away. That's what is needed. So it's of paramount importance that you realize the space. The internet has made things easier. Fly away and just like we're doing, like your black coffees, your shimzas, your tiras, everyone, myself, I'm flying, like, you know, like see the events that we're delivering now. It's a global scale now. We're having people from Europe coming to Durban to attend these events. You know, we have people from Dubai, from Kenya, everywhere.
So
now they're coming. You know, I was in Nigeria last week. They said they coming. They already know about the event. You know, that's just so amazing. Everywhere you go, Portugal, we're going to Ibiza, Asia. They're talking about anywhere in your city, which is a big thing for me.
I'm going to show you anywhere in your planet, man, at this point.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, and we're definitely going to make sure it's not
thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know about your name, but it's the first time actually engaging.
Really? That's amazing.
It's a big name in the industry. So, so thank you so much.
Hopefully,
let's see. Maybe it's a collaboration.
Actually, I'm not he was the first person to publish the songs as well. So
that's awesome. Crazy.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's a small way. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry man, I was out of the country first. But I'm here, I'm back in SA of yeah, no. Just busy and call up first busy, otherwise I sit Kololam. One May we're dropping another single Ongale Sparkstantana featuring Big Zulu, Yamazana no Siantuli, the incoming records. So looking forward for the single. We'll see a push, just like Zonking or my Chelsea push of it.
Imagine it's busy studio and not as a creative. That's yours in the project.
A project,
change it. Let me be in the sparks.
I'm a creative. You should sing a plan as well as
Imagine also you out of the country.
First, I was in United States of America.
America.
You know,
America.
No, I know. Actually, my first Benjala, but I'm yeah, no, I know. So about commitments, I'm just like if you imagine, you want to sukala, so I'm being interviewed radio station. Sometimes it's my clash there. As in saying anything.
Then I'm telling you, Durban Playhouse, so I'm music conference in Metro FM, and you're one of the artists like Segwin Bawas Louis Sustaining Akulu, the team was in the style in the Musakona. Relevant, she's still pushing. What's the key?
The key is what take it easy, focus, don't compete. It's not a race, it's a journey. So stick to your online, try to always be constant and focus to create your own brand and to move forward.
I understand.
Compete, and then if you compete in you end up forgetting about yourself and focus about someone else. Exactly. So we're looking forward for a successful weekend. We wish them all the best.
All the best.
My nominees, especially from KZN, but we're looking forward to celebrate. I'm an artist like KZN.
And right about now, I'm a legend. I said, Mr. Gisematandweni, Mr. Uningi, Samatime.
I won't let you go.
I won't let you go.
Thank you, Mr. TJ Sanborn, and your Sanborn and your face. Serious? Bongi support. And
then today, there's now my conference. Yes. But I feel like producing has sustained himself in the industry as a vocalist, as a singer, songwriter, hit maker for many years. How many years has it been now?
2008. So this is 2026. So yeah, 6 are made plus minus 20.
So singane nje isikhulile
khululela kumina lokho.
Mfethu yini secret to your longevity in the industry because
I think mina ukuthanda umsebenzi wakho nokuhlonipha abantu. Yabona nokuzazi usufunani. Mina I always say kulabantu abakhulayo ukuthi the more you focus, the more you respect whoever is around you. Nokurespecta icraft yakho. Kuzokwazi kwenzele konke okufunayo mfethu life.
And then also you've been with the same label, right?
Oh yes, Afrotainment ngiloyal. Ngize ngathola i-award ekuthiwa. Mina engihlale khona isikhathi eside so yeah kuyasebenzeka kufana.
For longevity of Afrotainment.
Oh yes. I'm saying ukuthi Afrotainment ngikhona but banginekezile isikhathi ukuthi you can go around ubheke abantu ongenza nabo ama collab. That is why nginabantu engisebenza nabo especially ngithanda kulabo abancane ama upcoming artists because sibona esibadinga kakhulu aba fresh abeza ne style esisha so konke ngiyakwenza akukho la ngivaleleke khona. That is why ngisakhona ku Afrotainment because ngiyakwazi ukufreelance konke ngifuna ukwenza ngiyakwazi ukwenza. I do have a company ngivulile eqondene nami Juice Music so naleyo company ngizozama ukuthi ngivusa abanye abantwana abancane sikwazi ukukhulisana sibe
I think mina yona futhi leyo key leyo ukuthi yabona uyakwazi understand ukuthi usunkantshubovu industry and the key is the future is ingane leziqhamba njengamanje and uyayisizwe
kakhulu kubalekile kakhulu.
And thank you so much Mfethu for your time and we're going to be sure to keep supporting your music.
Thank you so much bafethu ngiyabonga niqhubene ukungisupport abafethu ni download abasakufuna kakhulu bafuna udlale so I play that song now and again lapha kuma platform akhona
ake Skok siyabonga
Metro FM.
Yes.
So Metro FM bafethu workshop you know us.
Cabanga nje futhi so one more thing sorry bafethu ukuthi I think also that's another thing Juice Durban he's been here for such a long time but he's still attending my workshop guys.
Why not? Ngicabanga ukuthi kona okubalekile ukuthi ma workshops now and again because ufunda uze kuyofika uhlezi ufundile izinto ziyashintsha so nabo umelo nade bekhona bafethu bafike basifundise ezinye izinto ebesikade singazazi so uma ngaba uza la ubuya ekhaya ugcwele la ekhaya story sakho ususazi because ama projects amaningi esiwenzayo ufuna lona lolwazi la ngaphakathi so big up to Metro FM big up to Capaso bonke ade belapha kwe panel saphindela ngaphakathi asikuqedi
sambeni sure. Iciko nje la eSouth Africa makuthi awumazi losisi engihleli la nje ngamanje let her introduce herself so that you see ukuthi we keep plugging you with the best.
Thank you so much. Igama nguJoy Wakambewana. I am the president of Cultural and the Creative Industries Federation of South Africa, ICIFSA. So kungumzimba ongihamele wonke ama sector in the creative industries.
And futhi hlezisho lento ukuthi ama artists thina creative sector engenaso structure. So manje sifikileke yakhanda structure. What importance does it play now in the life of artists?
You know, the reason why my artists have been exposed to all form of exploitation, sector is fragmented, we are not divided, we are not able to speak with one voice. Hence, there was a call even from government to say, go and organize yourselves as a cultural and the creative industry, formalize your sector, so that you are able to have AMA rights like all the workers in this country. You are able to advocate for AMA policies as a sector. You are able to formalize the sector, and when you go to government and private sector, there must be a one-stop. Artists in Africa, not dealing with zabo uyakopi. Hence, kukhona lo mzimba, okhona onama structures in the whole country, in all the districts, in all the locals of this country. So as we speak now that we've got this CIFSA, creatives, uyakwazi ukuthi ama artists ase-Limpopo, ase-Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Northern Cape, all the provinces can have one voice. Here is the voice of the culture and the creative industry as South Africa. So it encourages that. It encourages ama collaboration. It encourages ukuthi bekhona ama regulations okusebenza kungavesana nje kubese kwampunza endleleni.
Yes.
And protection as well.
Protection. And South Africans, we've become such a global sensation as an artist in South Africa, and especially for Nasetegui. I feel like we need a lot of structure on this side because sometimes sometimes. So what do you think maybe it could be something that we could implement like Tegui as an artist to make sure we also have structures? I know it's called Tegui Metro, but what other things, what other mechanisms can we put in place as artists ourselves?
I think it is important to we organize ourselves from a what level? From your community, from your sector, if we are poets, let's organize ourselves so that we can able to have one voice for the poets of your district, one voice for the dancers.
Imagine.
One voice for the singers. What do we want as, for example, when I'm talking about the ward level, there are programs as of Figemawadini and artists are not organized. You know, those on office in the council, that's in and then rotate because there's no database and the structural position of the creative industry, even in terms of artists. So if we must have a conversation now where we talk about payment scales, which artists at this level, at this level, because njengamanje umuntu uvesana athi ayiwoza anginamali sengikhokhela ama-toilet sengikhokhela itende ngakhokhela amabhasi ngakhokhela isound anginayo imali yokhokhela i-artist. But if artists are united, akekho i-artist ezothi mina hayi kulungile ngizoperforma noma imali ingekho ngoba ngifuna ukuyiveza ngoba wakhona ukuyiveza nako usuke usebenzile urehezile waprepare uthatha a lot of work ukuthi uzube se-stage. So if we can have a voice, because one time there was a program I had to officially so we went there as a leadership to say no, ama-artist ethu la KwaZulu-Natal akakwazi ukuperforma mahhala. Sicela ukuthi even if it's a young artist, at least mathole u-5,000
yes
sithe sihamba basibuza ama-official kuthiwa amaphi lama-artist enithi ngiyakwazi ukuperforma because nanga ama-artist nqoba ama-CD abathi nje bafuna nje ukuvela mabevelile nje bafuna ukuyiveza, and the way we veza it's not wrong, but to a certain stage, because at the end of the day our talent is our bread. So fanele sikwazi ukuthi siyenze ihlonipheke even emakhaya, especially thina black artists abazali bethu, they don't see it as a career. So it's a serious struggle from home to the sector. That's why you'll find that most artists are dying as paupers, not because badla imali. Sonke umuntu uyayidla imali, but abantu bathi have bayidla imali la abanye bayadakwa, wonke bayadakwa, wonke umuntu uyadakwa kuyaphuza. It's not like ama-artists afana into yokudakwa, but people will say that forgetting ukuthi wayimali abeyikhokhelile ayikwazi ukwanela even ama-expenses okuphila. So that's why it is important for us to organize ourselves. City high, city yebo, city yebo, city kholwa kanje, and have proper regulations as us protect.
And I love that. Kona into enzekalayo lapha kaSipsa, because I was part of the structure kaSipsa like Durban Metro.
Wonderful.
Yes, wonderful. I was the coordinator for some time, and I like the fact that there's also like a distinguishing factor in terms of payment structures, in terms of what if you're an emerging artist, or if you are an artist that's been around but is not out there, but has been around. There's always all those structures. But they're legends at the same time. So I think for people to go and see if there is a membership.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our sister offices as KwaZulu-Natal, as a KZN Music House. KwaZulu-Natal, chairperson yakhona is led by Tizo also. We all know him. He is our chairperson of SIFSA, because we're always saying for some time industry is led by abantu that are not coming from the industry.
Don't have an experience.
Right now we've got a challenge of politicians in government that are leading our industry. So that's why that's because we don't have abantu that are leading our department that are coming from the sector, that understand the pain and the plight that we go through. So kubona nje kulula ukuthi ama-artists ayahlupha. You understand? It's a, by the way, even in terms of allocation of a budget, government budget that is allocating for the sector is an insult comparing to the contribution in the GDP of this country. To the GDP, we contribute a lot to the GDP of this country, but the budget here corner, it's such an insult. But if we had abantu that understand ukuthi ukuhlanganisa production kucosta malini ngabe kukhulunywa into different, and now even ama-politician they see it le department as ukuthi we are demote mozofaka lapha because akudleki kahle. We understand ngasokhona bezofika badle kona lokho okuncane okungekho siyasafara, and then sithukwa nayimndeni singahlonipheki.
Guys, please go register in membership, or just go and see and learn more. Look at the music house. Corner office is open. Is it open every single day?
It's open every single day. There's a lady that is working in the office.
Okay. Thank you so
much.
It's so
good to see you.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, hey guys, we say it's like Playhouse obviously, and we have a
How are you, everybody? My name by the power of those in men of vision, men of arts. All gotta do, guys, must listen to me. Guys, I want to tell you something, guys. we must hunt if you're a musician. It's not easy as you say, as you think at your home. Don't work by yourself at your home, in your room, whatever. You know, guys, it's not easy as you say. You know, you must try to advance a platform for another artist. You know, digital platform, kind of that. You know, myself, I'm working hard for my career. The time I was young, guys, people make me stupid using my name, using me. Put me on social media without anything. Didn't help me. All God behind you guys. Don't forget to pray so that everything will happen. You know, those in men of vision. You know, I have a lot of things that I do it. I'm a director, stage player. I'm a film writer. I've got my movie with Angel coming soon. The girl who doesn't know about love. You know, you're falling in love with a rich guy. The movie I write by myself. I'm also an artist. I'm also have my song, but nothing happened. You know, all we gotta do, guys, let's work together.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. My number is 069 7843 495. God love everybody. My number is 069 7843 495. That's my number, those in myself. I'm also teaching the young people dance, drama, stage play to keep them out of drugs and alcohol abuse. No matter what the problem with their parents, to avoid crime. And the women and the young girls to Mjolo Wamanga. Mjolo Wamanga doesn't exist. Mjolo Wamanga doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist Mjolo Wamanga because you're gonna get a straight person if you be patient in the relationship. You know, finish your matric. Don't focus on a man. A man gonna disappoint you young people there. Love, there's a lot of Mjolo nje. It's not good. You know, Mjolo Wamanga doesn't exist, guys. You know, yeah, the men they're using you. The men doing an action. If you like fashion, yeah. God love everybody. Love you.
Okay, guys, sisakhona lana ePlayhouse and we're chilling with the Makigo. Ngihleli no Miss Zinhle Madela.
Hey,
Miss Ejigi.
Sanibona, I had to, you know, push the brand.
Yeah, Hot Prince, Matandana,
Zulu Butterfly.
We had the Metro FM Music Awards, music conference.
Yes.
And there's talking about ins and outs of the industry, what to do, how to structure yourself as an artist. And we've interviewed quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
But instead I'm Miss Zinhle Madela for one specific reason. Well, that too.
Connection. This is what we talk about.
But then we just connect because for your music, for your lovely performances, you're a songbird. But there was one specific thing Oyenza cool is corporate.
Oh yeah.
So I think we don't see ukuthi khona enye option njengoba ndichaza ngaphakathi like ukuthi ukuba mainstream big famous like Tyler artists. It's not always like ukuthi you're not paying indlela. And then as much as you are zero now, but you literally do a lot of like corporate gigs.
Yes.
How's the space and how can we like learn? Yeah.
Okay, so Zinhle Madela, for reference of what I'm about to say, even on socials, it's brand positioning. I love what Uma said from Brand South Africa.
Yes.
Uguti, corporate spaces, they need people who are professional. You need to be able to package what you do in such a way that you can sell it to your Transnet, sell it to your KZN Athletics, because those are mainly the clients I've worked with, you know, Liberty, Standard Bank, like you name it. Mainly just because I understand it's okay, I can't do festivals because they are based on the popularity of songs, right? My music is more of ingoma that's the appreciator mahurtman. You need to also you need to draw your audience. You need to see that your audience also, who is this person, even if you do that one activity. And then once you get that person, what do they watch? I mean, people who follow my music hardly watch TV. It's decision makers, so I have to place myself in those spaces. I need to attend conferences. I need to be able to go and network conferences that even don't have anything to do with music. Like not only music conferences, Pella, who attend the way, my business, and then also from there, so I'm a musician and I'm the one who does my services of performing in such events, ngoba usuyazi ukuthi hayi i-audience yami babumkhize ohlala eBarito obuye yabo. So I just do that activity to be more realistic and for you ukuthi ukwazi ukufika ngqo on ukuthi ubani audience yakho.
And kumnandi cooperative ethi bayakhokha ke nje futhi isikhathi esiningi up front.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes it's 30 days waiting
but ukusalayo mayingeni mayiclockiwe lapha mayiploadiwe lapha.
Yeah, and also you taught me this is my friend, she's very smart, cum laude graduate. So one of the things you taught me was having a contract.
Yeah,
man, your performer, that has given me a peace of mind ngoba we hope imali. So when mabethi nje sicela i-quotation yakho i-quotation yakho ihamba ne-contract, mabethi sicela i-invoice ihamba ne-contract, uphinde usho ukuthi you haven't signed the contract, ngicela ungisayinele ukuze now ibamba bambi admin, and then once you give them what they want, now you get your contract, so that no matter ngabe it delay for 6 months i-payment you have it, ngoba kunzima abanye they know ukuthi you can't touch us asikhokhelile. There's actually a big brand ngikweletayo bayangiklasa.
Class. Oh,
so Tolan. So because it was based on relationship and I trusted them. Yabo with a big company and esebenza nama musicians. Hey, yabo, so that's why ngithi contract ibalekile. Mabefuni invoice, send a contract. Yeah, ngisanele a contract and then I'll be able to send you an invoice.
Yeah. And ibalekile because sometimes bafuna quote ngawo.
Yeah,
and then they use the same quotes for other things. Yeah. So guys, there's also another way, corporate, and then you actually were complaining that you have so much corporate gear because you being presentable. Hey,
what drop so I'm just thinking I need to go and get some clothes. Normal clothes, girly clothes, just so that I can just go for lunch with my girls. No, but you have to show up. Njengalenda yabona akufanele ufike kwi-event i-deco i-right the stage is right. Ufike when you are underdressed. Maciko sibadala manje mele siphamise. And what I do, I collaborate even with local designers. Not all the time I can afford to have an outfit, not all the time I can afford to do my hair, so collaboration, partnership with those brands which I know do my hair.
Since my collabs, so shout out to
okay. Shout out to Wilson, Victor Fashion Kingdom, Yatsa Mamhlezi, Indoni Fashion House, Isaloni, it's Aurora Elites. Yes, Aurora Elites. Shout out to my sponsors. I have so many sponsors. Shout out to 40 for getting me here. You just have to, sometimes it doesn't even have to be imali. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have to be imali. The gaps that you need to close are those gaps when you know okay, for to dinga artist, mina ngidinga relationship, perform mahala for an exchange of those days when there are emergencies and you need a ride.
I think that's a very important point because we're always looking for monetary sponsorships and you can actually be sponsored. Like when I was sponsored by Movies Media for my live recording, they came with cameras and they recorded me. But that's a sponsorship.
It's a sponsorship. Exchange. And shout out to Stella Etios, SAB, Sbu. Thank you. Siyabonga
bakithi. Okay guys, nizoleke lana at the Playhouse to go Child Africa here on the Creative Spotlight on the Creatives Unplugged podcast, taking you through the Metro FM Music Conference leading up to the Metro FM Awards happening on Saturday the 25th, right, of April 2026. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. New episodes come out every single Wednesdays. Share, leave a comment and tell us who you'd like to see next or where you'd like us to be. Send us a text or also email at moviesmedia1@gmail.com, and we're going to be sure to attend your habitat, your play, your event, whatever that you're doing as the Creators Unplugged podcast. Signing out.